Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, October 17th, 2013. If you're listening to this on the radio and wish to watch it, please go to www.catex.com. Well, the U.S. debt crisis has been reverted. Yesterday afternoon, early in the afternoon, word became apparent that the American U.S. Senate had reached an agreement. That bill was passed in the Senate last evening at about 8 o'clock. And then sent right over to the House of Representatives, and it was passed there by approximately 11, and then President Obama signed the bill. Today, millions of federal workers have returned to work. The debt crisis has been eased. The Treasury has been given borrowing authority. This whole crisis will have to be replayed again in 4 months in January when the limits that were included in the new law are reached. However, beginning today, discussions are occurring in Washington on actual budget matters. There's a collective sense of relief, in fact, that a way forward may have been seen. It all depends on whether Speaker Boehner in the House of Representatives feels compelled to include the Tea Party members who are resolutely opposed to any agreement to fund the government, to have the government continue to operate. As we've said it before in this show, he needs to stop listening to them. There was a plane crash yesterday in Laos shortly after it went off the air. It was an ATR 72 turboprop plane, a Lao Airlines plane. It crashed in the Mekong River. It killed all 49 people aboard. Apparently, wind shear is being regarded as a real possibility for the crash. The plane had left the Laotian capital, Vientiane, and was heading for Paxi Airport near the Thai border. It was on its final approach when it seemed to lose course and crashed down into an island in the Mekong. The ATR is a joint venture between Airbus and Alina Aermacchi, a division of Italy's Finmeccanica. So they're on the scene, or heading to the scene right now to help examine the crash. It seems as if another hedge fund based in New York called Two Sigma is involved in exclusive talks to take over SAC's capital stake in SAC Re. Two Sigma is looking to buy a stake in the Bermudan reinsurer from Steve Cohen's U.S. firm. As we've talked before, Mr. Cohen is apparently trying to convert SAC Capital to a family firm to avoid SEC scrutiny. Hannover Re announced that they're going to take an $87 million net loss from Hailstorm Andreas, which caused significant damage in Germany in late July. This is actually a pretty disproportionately low loss given the size of Hannover Re's penetration in Germany. They lucked out, to put it bluntly. The loss is equal to 1% of Hanover's half-year shareholder equity of 6.2 billion euros, so it's not going to be too big a problem for them. One thing I'd like to mention before I continue is that possible purchase of the SAC stake by Two Sigma, it has none other than Brian Duperreault involved in it. Mr. Duperreault, of course, is a reinsurance grande, as they say, and has considerable experience in Bermuda. Platinum Underwriters continued to buy back stock aggressively. They spent about $78.5 million on share buybacks in the third quarter of this year, per the numbers that they released. They also did some claim reserve releases, so they showed net income of some $38 million. People are beginning to breathe sighs of relief because the hurricane season is winding down without any major hits. So I think we're going to continue to see some more claim releases. Passengers aboard an American airliner operated by Spirit Airlines, they're an airline in the United States. It was a jet, a Airbus 319, en route to Atlanta from Dallas-Fort Worth, said that they heard an explosion and saw flames before the plane safely returned to DFW. One passenger said that following the explosions, flames came up the side of the plane, lighting up the interior of the Airbus. A Spirit spokesperson said the captain had received indication of a possible mechanical issue, shut down one engine. There was smoke in the fire, but that there was no fire. It was Flight 165. No one was injured. All 145 passengers were put on another jet for Atlanta later in the day. Firefighters in Thailand are battling a massive department store fire in the southern resort island of Phuket. If you've been to Phuket, you have probably been to this store. It's called Super Cheap. When the fire broke out at 9:40 p.m., There were 1,000 employees and shoppers inside the store. At least 300 firefighters were dispatched to the scene. Everybody seems to have been evacuated, but the damage will run into the millions of dollars. Just before we went on the air, it seems as if the fire had in fact been extinguished. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.